So now that we've sown into a speedling, we're going to sow into a flat. And we're still using scabiosa. We're using the variety Night and Day. And we're going to go over two different types of sowing into a flat. The first is broadcast sowing, and the second is a drill sowing. So again, I've made my label first, and I'm putting it in the flat so I know what's in here. First, I'm going to go with broadcast sowing. With broadcast sowing, I'm just going to shake out the seed on the surface of the flat. With the broadcast sowing, I'm getting a greater density of plants per area. What I want to be careful of, and what tends to happen, is people want to oversow. So I'm going to be careful to shake out the seeds in a sort of, and have them fall in a kind of controlled chaos. And also just imagine, as the seeds fall, what that plant will look like, to give you a sense of how much space you'll need between that seed and the next seed. Now that we're finished, here's an example of a flower that was sown a few weeks ago in a similar fashion. We're going to prick them out in the next phase. The other type of sowing is drill sowing. I'm going to make depressions in lines about maybe an inch and a half to 2 inches apart from each other. So you can just find any stick. I'm going to use a pencil and lightly press in 2 lines. So I'm just making a light depression in rows about an inch and a half to 2 inches apart. With drill sowing, you kind of have less plants per area, but sort of a more precise control over how densely you're sowing your seeds. Again, I'm thinking about spacing. I want a good maybe inch between each seed. In this flat, it turns out to be about 20 to 25 seeds per row. Similar to covering the seeds in the speedling, we're just going to use a colander and sift the soil over the seeds. Here's an example of a flat that's been sowed in the drill technique a few weeks ago. You can see the lines of each variety of plants.